In the heart of California, there's a place where fear walks the corridors, where power is measured by brutality, and where the walls hold secrets of the darkest kind. This place is known as New Folsom, a prison that houses some of the most dangerous men in the world. These are men who live by their own code, men who have carved their names into the shadows with acts of unimaginable violence. Today, we delve into the stories of the top 5 most dangerous gang members in California State Prison, Sacramento. Each of these individuals has left a mark that echoes far beyond the prison walls. Their lives are a chilling reminder of the relentless grip of power and the extreme lengths to which some will go to maintain it. Join us as we explore who they are, what they've done, and why they are considered the most feared within these high-security gates. Number 4. Brandt "Two Scoops" Daniel of the Aryan Brotherhood Gang. Brandt Daniel, infamously known as Two Scoops, is a dangerous and influential member of the Aryan Brotherhood Gang. Daniel's criminal history and affiliation with the AB have cemented his reputation as a formidable and ruthless figure within the gang, making him one of the most feared members in the organization. Brandt Daniel's criminal record dates back to 1995, when he was convicted of attempted murder and assault with a firearm. One of the most significant and heinous crimes attributed to Brandt Daniel is the slaying of fellow inmate Zachary Scott on October 29, 2016, at Salinas Valley State Prison in California. Scott was slaughtered because he failed to carry out a slaughter that Daniel had ordered, an act that Daniel perceived as a betrayal to the Aryan Brotherhood's code of conduct. Daniel, along with another inmate, brutally stabbed Scott 17 times in various parts of his body, including his arms, shoulders, face, abdomen, and ribcage. This act of violence was not just a punishment for Scott's disobedience, but also a way for Daniel to bolster his standing within the Aryan Brotherhood gang, demonstrating his unwavering commitment to the gang's ruthless ways. In 2017, Daniel pleaded guilty to Scott's slaughter in Monterey County Superior Court and was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison. However, his criminal activities did not end there. Federal prosecutors later charged him with manslaughter in aid of racketeering, a charge stemming from his involvement in the broader criminal enterprise of the Aryan Brotherhood. In 2019, federal authorities launched a massive racketeering case against the Aryan Brotherhood, targeting its leadership and key members, including Brandt Daniel. The indictment accused the gang of orchestrating manslaughters, substance deals, and other crimes from within the prison system. Daniel was one of 8 alleged Aryan Brotherhood members charged in this case. In December 2022, Daniel pleaded guilty to manslaughter in aid of racketeering in a federal court in Sacramento. As part of a plea agreement, Daniel was sentenced to life in prison, with the understanding that he would serve his sentence in a federal prison rather than in a California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation (CDCR) facility. Despite his plea agreement, Daniel remained incarcerated at California State Prison Sacramento, also known as New Folsom. Daniel has accused CDCR staff of threatening him, planting contraband in his cell, and being complicit in the deaths of other inmates. His lawyers have filed motions to have him transferred to a federal prison, arguing that his safety is at risk in the state facility. Daniel's attempts to vacate his guilty plea and have his case set for trial again highlight his dissatisfaction with the outcome of his plea deal, primarily because the promised transfer to federal custody has not been fulfilled. His motion to vacate the plea underscores the precarious and dangerous environment he continues to navigate within the prison system. As of now, Brandt "Two Scoops" Daniel remains incarcerated at California State Prison, Sacramento, also known as New Folsom, where he continues to serve his life sentence. Number 3. Juan Martinez of the Mexican Mafia. Juan Martinez, a notorious figure within the Mexican Mafia, has built a reputation as one of the most feared and dangerous members of the gang. Born in 1977, Martinez's life of crime began at an early age, eventually leading him to join the Mexican Mafia. Martinez's affiliation with the Mexican Mafia solidified in the early 2000s, where he quickly rose through the ranks due to his ruthlessness and loyalty. Martinez's position within the gang was that of an enforcer, a role that required him to carry out violent acts on behalf of the gang's leadership. His neck tattoo of the number 13, a symbol of the Mexican Mafia and its offshoot, the Sureño gang, marked his allegiance to the organization. Martinez's criminal career is marked by a series of violent acts and illegal enterprises that showcased his dangerous nature. He was heavily involved in substance trafficking, extortion, and manslaughter conspiracies, often working closely with other prison gangs, including the Aryan Brotherhood of Texas. One of his most notorious crimes involved the distribution of heroin in collaboration with Aryan Brotherhood leaders, a partnership that led to multiple fatal prison stabbings. In 2019, Martinez was implicated in a major racketeering case alongside over a dozen alleged Aryan Brotherhood members and associates. The indictment revealed that Martinez had conspired with these leaders to distribute heroin, further solidifying his reputation as a key player in the gang's substance operations. One of the most significant events in Martinez's criminal history occurred on a fateful day at California State Prison, Sacramento. On that day, Martinez, along with fellow inmate Ray Cisco Martinez, orchestrated the murder of Michael Mosca Torres, a high-ranking member of the Mexican Mafia known for his ability to generate substantial illicit revenue. The attack took place around 9 a.m., resulting in Torres' demise. Torres, 59, was widely recognized as a moneymaker for the Mexican Mafia, controlling multi-million-dollar substance, fraud, robbery, and extortion rackets across the United States. His slaughter shocked the prison community, as it appeared to be an internal attack within the Mexican Mafia itself. Authorities believe that the termination was motivated by power struggles and disputes over the control of the gang's lucrative criminal enterprises. Juan Martinez's criminal activities eventually led to his arrest and subsequent sentencing. He was apprehended in connection with multiple violent crimes, including the manslaughter of Michael Torres. Martinez was charged with a manslaughter, conspiracy, and substance trafficking, among other crimes. His indictment in the 2019 racketeering case further sealed his fate, as prosecutors presented overwhelming evidence of his involvement in the Mexican Mafia's criminal operations. Martinez was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, a sentence that he is currently serving at California State Prison, Sacramento, also known as New Folsom. Number 2. Patrick. Big Pat Brady of the Aryan Brotherhood. Patrick Big Pat Brady is also a prominent figure within the Aryan Brotherhood gang. His criminal journey has been marked by violence, power struggles, and a relentless pursuit of status within the gang. Brady's involvement with the Aryan Brotherhood led him to commit heinous acts that have left a trail of destruction, both inside and outside of prison walls. Brady, hailing from Lake Forest, California, became deeply entrenched in the Aryan Brotherhood's operations between 2011 and 2016. During this period, the gang engaged in a series of criminal activities, including orchestrating violent attacks, managing extensive substance trafficking rings, and enforcing the gang's brutal code of conduct. Brady's rise within the Aryan Brotherhood was fueled by his willingness to commit acts of extreme violence, demonstrating his loyalty and commitment to the gang's ideals. One of the most defining moments of Brady's criminal career occurred on July 28, 2018, at High Desert State Prison in Susanville, California. Brady, alongside fellow Aryan Brotherhood member Jason Corbett, carried out a premeditated attack on inmate Donald Pequeen. The assault was not just a random act of violence. It was a calculated move to reinforce Brady's position within the gang. Pequeen had violated the gang's strict code by falsely claiming membership and accumulating a significant substance-related debt at a previous prison. In the eyes of the Aryan Brotherhood, these transgressions warranted a fatal punishment, and Brady took it upon himself to deliver it. The attack on Pequeen, which took place in the prison yard, was brutal and unrelenting, solidifying Brady's reputation as a dangerous and feared member of the Aryan Brotherhood. This incident, however, was not an isolated one. It was part of a larger pattern of violence and criminality that Brady had been involved in for years. His actions were driven by a desire to maintain and elevate his status within the gang, regardless of the cost. Brady's reign of terror came to an end when federal authorities, as part of a long-running investigation into the Aryan Brotherhood, finally brought him to justice. On January 18, 2024, he pleaded guilty to the slaughter of Pequeen as part of a racketeering conspiracy. On March 25, 2024, Brady was sentenced to life in federal prison without the possibility of parole. The sentence was a culmination of years of investigative work by multiple law enforcement agencies, including the DEA, FBI, and local police departments. These agencies had worked tirelessly to build a case against Brady and his associates, ultimately leading to his conviction. Today, Patrick "Big Pat" Brady is serving his life sentence at the California State Prison Sacramento, also known as New Folsom Prison. Number 1. Danny Troxel of the Aryan Brotherhood Gang. Daniel. Danny Troxel, a prominent figure in the Aryan Brotherhood, AB, has a reputation etched in criminal infamy. Danny Troxel, now 71, has been a key player in the Aryan Brotherhood. Troxel's role within the AB was one of significant authority. He was a leader who not only participated in, but also directed various criminal activities. Troxel held considerable influence over the gang's operations, resolving internal disputes and sanctioning murders to maintain discipline and control. His leadership position made him a central figure in the gang's criminal enterprises, including manslaughter and substance trafficking. Troxel's criminal activities are extensive and severe. His involvement with the Aryan Brotherhood has been marked by numerous serious offenses. Among his notable criminal acts was his participation in the manslaughter of James Mickey. Troxel, along with other gang members, was convicted of conspiracy to commit manslaughter in aid of racketeering for this crime. The Aryan Brotherhood's operations under Troxel's watch involved not only manslaughter, but also a significant substance trafficking operation. Troxel and his associates orchestrated a network that distributed methamphetamine and heroin, both inside and outside prison walls. Their substance trafficking activities were extensive, involving smuggling contraband cell phones, which allowed them to coordinate their criminal activities from within prison. Troxel's criminal activities came to a head with his arrest and subsequent convictions. On June 6, 2019, a criminal complaint unsealed significant charges against Troxel and other Aryan Brotherhood members. The charges included racketeering, conspiracy to commit manslaughter, and substance trafficking. During a 9-week trial before Chief U.S. District Judge Kimberly J. Mueller, Troxel was found guilty of conspiracy to conduct the affairs of an enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity and conspiracy to commit manslaughter in aid of racketeering for the slaying of James Mickey. These convictions are a witness to his role in orchestrating violent and criminal actions within the gang. Troxel was sentenced to life in prison. As of now, he is serving his sentence at California State Prison Sacramento, also known as New Folsom.